hold it open so that anybody who had comment, when they got the appropriate notice with the correction and by certified mail, could come. The issue is, I don't know how many people are here because they got the regular mail notice, but you're gonna have to come back again. And the gentleman behind you, if he's here for this hearing, is gonna have to come back again. And the gentleman behind him is gonna have to come back again. And the lady in the row behind them is gonna have to come back again. People in the back row I know are not related to this, so they don't have to come back. Well, they have to come back, but for a different reason. These guys are here every time because they're town board members. You're not here for this. I assume you two are probably here for this.
Yeah.
So, the short version is that I was gonna recommend that we open the public hearing and allow it to go forward, notwithstanding the two issues, so that the people that are here could comment, wouldn't have to be inconvenienced to come back. But it would still give an opportunity for the other neighboring homeowners to come in and stay their piece when there's a correct notice going out. However, since you raised an objection, and because the notice is incorrect, and it wasn't sent properly, Mr. Chairman, it is my advice that this public hearing be rescheduled to the next meeting 2 weeks from now, and that proper notices go out by certified mail. You're gonna need to provide us with a little stamp thing saying that you paid to have certified delivery. That's what we need. I don't need the green return receipt cards that people will send back if they sign them. That's what I need. It needs to be stamped by the post office with proof of mailing and proof of payment. That's what you need to do. Amanda will have to send you an updated public hearing notice that will change kilowatt to megawatt, and that will change the date from May 8th to May 22nd.
Yes.
That would be
Provided-
my recommendation, and then the board would have to do that by motion and second.
Yeah, it has to be done.
No, I understand. No problem.
So I just need the motion to change, tonight's public hearing date to, now May 22nd, instead of tonight. Need a motion.
I'll make that.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
And yes.
Teresa and
Very
second.
Greg made a motion. Pat seconded it.
Oh, it was Teresa.
Right.
Yeah, Teresa seconded it.
Teresa and Craig.
Right, some
Board
support
later.
there, yeah. We apologize for inconvenience, but procedurally, we want to make sure we get it correct, so.
And make sure, just so you know, we're handing you the response from Orange County Planning, so that you'll have an opportunity to review and comment on that at the public.
Okay,
Maybe if you-
I understand. It happens. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
All right, well, moving on.
Tough one.
Second on our agenda is the, Deerpark Village, Worcester Road, application extension. Is the record, please, sir?
Dimitrios Kolokasides. So, we're here today for our 6-month extension. Unfortunately, since last time we were here, nothing happened because the problem with our lender actually created a domino effect, which spread to the other projects as well. We sent him a $200,000 check. He's going to receive another 1.2 million in the next 5 weeks, and we're planning to kickstart the project again with new funding so that we can have much better news and progress by the next time we're here. So this is basically it.
This is our calendar year. This is May, June, July, August, November, the,
Can you speak up?
was
You-
it me?
Yeah, all we get is
No,
mumble.
I'm just mumbling, I'm sorry, looking for a date.
Yes.
That wasn't me.
I'll get it for you in just a second, sir.
It should be the 21st of November.
It would be the 6th of November. Just remember, we only have one meeting in November.
That's right.
And you'll need a motion, second, and vote on that as well.
Okay, we just need, someone to make a motion to extend, 6-month extension to the application for the Wilson Road project, and that date would be to November the 6th, 2023, or 4, I'm sorry.
I'll make that motion.
Teresa
Craig
seconds.
and Teresa.
All in favor?
Craig and Teresa.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Is that good, Greg?
Everybody has a mic.
Okay. Mike,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Mine's not working.
Yeah,
I don't need it. All right, number 3 on the agenda is Day Farm, site plan. Yeah.
Chris Rickett and not Teresa.
Oh, here.
He got it.
She said I decided to do that.
Okay, John, just 1 second.
Yeah, please.
What, I know the, agenda is saying 80 farm site plan, but the, maps and the review letter says, Chinese Christian Herald Crusade. What are we actually
Well,
calling, what are we calling the project?
It's not Eddie Farm. Eddie Farm is what we've historically known the property.
I
That's,
just need a name for the
yeah.
project for clarification. What would we call it?
I mean,
The
Review says Chinese Christian Herald Crusades, so pretty much consistent with the title block.
yeah, I would just, yeah,
All right.
I would just go with what the title block is. I mean, it's,
Okay.
we who have been lifelong residents of Deerpark know the property as Eddie Farm. Just like we know the YMCA as the YMCA, which is no longer the YMCA, but yeah, it's, so,
I'm sorry, go ahead, John, it's your.
okay, all right. Okay, well, first of all, it's good to see everyone. It's been a few months, but Mr. Holman, who's actually here, had reached out to me to represent them for this application. I know he had previously been before you a couple times to talk about the scope of what they want to do at the property there. And certainly due to the nature of it, they've have asked me to provide the engineering appropriate in order to move this through the board. So we prepared a set of site documents reflecting what they look to do. Specifically, I mean, they have a number of buildings that have historically been with the property. And as you know, it's long ago, it was mainly a resort, you know, with some recreation facilities like a golf course. One of the buildings that, there are a number of what I'll call water, you know, well water systems as well as septic systems on the property that have been previously installed and approved and reviewed by the Department of Health. They do operate under a TR permit, which is the temporary residence permit under the DOH. So the DOH is very aware of what their water and septic systems are. So what they're looking to do is take one of the buildings which is in a condition that is not habitable, take it offline, meaning not use it for the dormitory that it was a staff building, and replace it with these 5 structures which are 1-story modular units, and use that for staff housing as they go forward. So it would be taking one building offline, which can no longer be used, and mainly due to the nature and condition of the building as far as repair is concerned. And then, so it's basically an even swap as far as what I'll call water and septic demands. Very similar to how we approached the old YMCA property, which is actually called Camp Reimagine. They had proposed a couple cabins 2 years ago. They took cabins offline so that there was a net 0 increase as far as capacity and occupancy. So what we've tried to do in the documents is reflect that, the location, the necessary infrastructure and water and sewer components in order to do that, and then obviously the health department will review it as well at the appropriate time for their TR permit. So with that, just wanted to, I just got John's letter, so I haven't really looked at it.
So we'll go through the comments.
Yeah.
with,
Yeah.
Can you just run through your site plan maps
Mhm.
first? That's one.
Yeah, as typical in most of my sheets,
Thank you.
there's a title sheet, just with appropriate maps that indicate the property. S1 is actually existing conditions, which is the conditions of the property as they are today, which is based on existing surveys and maps that we've had utilization to.
It's all one piece of property, the 77.
Yes, that's all one piece. So, yeah, as you indicated, that it's all one parcel. There had been another parcel in the past that was sold off.
Correct.
So, yeah. So, and that indicates all the existing conditions. So S2 is what I'll call an overall site plan, which is basically the existing conditions with the proposed improvements, which is indicated. S3 is what I call a site detail plan, which is a blow up of the subject area where these buildings will be located. And then there's a grading and utilities plan, which just shows the routing of the proposed septic lines as well as the water lines. And then the last sheet is just a sheet of details for construction purposes.
All right, so there's no demolition of a structure?
No, we're not proposing any demolition, no.
Right, just that it's not habitable?
It's not habitable. And I can let Mr. Holman speak to that. I mean, it's used for storage currently. It's just not in a condition that can be habitable.
That's fine.
And certainly, that would be a condition set forth going forward, and certainly the health department under their temporary residence permit would also acknowledge that change as well.
Got a good understanding what we're doing, right? Good. John, you want to run through your comments?
Just under seeker, this would be an unlisted action, public hearing is required. I threw a comment too in there because I don't know what GML is involved, because there is the state line, and railroad tracks that are brought up to the property, so I don't know if that triggers a GML or not. So I guess I would defer to Glenn. Copy?
Okay, go ahead.
Survey, copy of the survey, of the property, stamp and signature from the surveyor. It's typical that we ask for that on site plan and site plan amendments. Total area disturbance to be included on the plans. It looks to me as though it's below an acre of disturbance, so it will not trigger its full stormwater pollution prevention plan, but it will need an erosion sediment control plan. Comment 5 just talks about elevations of buildings and pipelines, because it looks like the grade is very flat and may actually even go uphill a little bit where it connects to the existing septic. So asking the engineer to take a look at that, a little more depth. We're asking for a copy, this does not have a New York State Speedies permit, it has a temporary residence permit, is that correct?
Yeah, that's a TR permit through DOH, but it would have a Speedies permit as well.
So we're asking for a copy of that,
Yeah.
so we can have it on file. It looks like from the applicant's testimony, or engineer's testimony, that they're just relocating staff, they're not actually adding staff.
Correct.
So that would not trigger an increase in water or sewer.
Correct.
But I think, consistent with comment, number 7, just some sort of assurance that everything is working fine out there. If there is some sort of a septic problem.
There was a testing done, so